So this is a video response to Lawnboyspost1975's video, what's the one video game trade you did back in the day you still regret as an adult? I've never traded in any video games that I've regretted, but I have given away video games that I've regretted giving away. Most of the games that I've given away I've not regretted, but there is like less than a handful of games that I have regretted giving away. The reason why there's been games that I've given away instead of selling them is because many years ago, we're talking probably over 10 years ago, I didn't know about eBay, so I wasn't able to sell stuff on there. I don't think I knew about shops which bought games from you. So basically, if I had a game which I knew I was never going to play again, I'd just give it away either to a friend or a family member. And so most of them I didn't regret giving away, but there were like I said, there was like less than a handful of games that I have regretted giving away. I'll give you one example. Power Stone 2 for the Dreamcast. I absolutely loved the original Power Stone, and when I played Power Stone 2, I was quite disappointed with it. It just felt like they went in a totally different direction from the first Power Stone, so I felt really disappointed with it. And you know, I still kind of liked it at first, but then I just ended up thinking I don't really think this game is for me after all. And I felt, the way I felt was that I'd probably never bother with playing it again, so I just gave that away. And I do regret doing that now, because now it seems like the idea of playing Power Stone 2, it seems really appealing. I would really like to play it. It feels like I'd really enjoy it now. And I'd bought the game brand new. I paid about £40 for it. I think I only had it for about a month before giving it away, so it was still in mint condition and everything. And I think, you know, to buy it on eBay now, I think it does go for quite a bit. Yeah, so that's like one example. There was something else which happened many years ago, and I guess you could kind of call it a trade. Kind of. What happened was, I used to own an Atari 800XL back in 1990. I got it in 1985, so I had it for about 5 years, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the games on it. And around 1990, I started seeing people with like the Amiga and the Atari ST, and these were 16-bit systems. The Atari 800XL was an 8-bit system, and I was really impressed with the graphics on the Atari ST and the Amiga, and you know, pretty much all the 16-bit systems. And you know, I used to think, wow, these games look absolutely amazing. The graphics look absolutely amazing. So I was totally sucked in by the flashy graphics. And I ended up really wanting to get an Atari ST, and my mum said, I'll buy you one, but the only way I'd be able to afford it would be if you was to sell the Atari 800XL, and then we could use that money, we could put that money towards getting an Atari ST. And for some reason, stupidly, I agreed to doing that, even though I absolutely loved the Atari 800XL. I think maybe I was thinking that somewhere down the line I'd be able to pick up another Atari 800XL and I'd be able to get most of the games back for it, which I had on it. So we ended up selling the Atari 800XL, and we ended up getting an Atari ST. And about a week after having the Atari ST, I totally regretted it. I totally missed the Atari 800XL. I totally missed the games on it. I just didn't find that many games on the Atari ST to be enjoyable. And the games that I did find to be enjoyable on the Atari ST, I just didn't think they were anywhere near as fun to play as the games on the Atari 8-bit systems. So for years and years after doing that, I missed the Atari 800XL. I missed the games that I had on it, and I'd sometimes think, you know, man, it would be so cool to get one again, but I could never find one anywhere. I mean, in the UK, I mean, when they were being sold brand new in the shops, they weren't that hard to get hold of, but once they stopped getting sold, and they became second-hand. They were just extremely rare. I've only known one other person in real life to own an Atari 8-bit system, not just an Atari 800XL, but just an Atari 8-bit system. When I say Atari 8-bit system, I don't mean like the 2600. I mean the line of Atari 8-bit computers. You know, you've got like the 400, the 800, the 600XL, the 800XL, the 65XE, the 130XE, the XEGS, etc. They're all pretty much the same family. So yeah, you know, I'd sometimes go into flea markets, car boot sales. I'd look in the loot. I'd look in the backs of newspapers. You know, I'd see plenty of Spectrums for sale, plenty of Commodore 64s, but just never. I just never saw any Atari 8-bit systems. So it wasn't until 2001, when I first had access to the internet, that I stumbled across a retro video game shop, because I was able to go online because I had the Dreamcast. And I remember seeing this. I remember looking on this website. The guy was called Nick, and he was selling like retro computers and consoles and video games and stuff. And I saw an Atari 800XL for sale, and I saw a big list of games that he was selling for it as well. And you know, quite a few of those games were games that I used to have back in the day. And I thought, wow, I can't believe it. Finally, you know, 11 years later, I've managed to find an Atari 800XL that's for sale, and you know, there's games for it which are for sale as well. So I ended up buying it and buying quite a few games for it. So I've still got it now. I've got quite a few games for it. I've probably got more than half of the games for it which I used to own back in the day. Sorry about my voice, it's just really messed up. But even though I've got another Atari 800XL and I've got a lot of the games that I used to have back in the day, I still regret, you know, selling it, you know, back in 1990. Because I went for a long time without one, you know. It wasn't until 2001 until I managed to get another one, and it would be really cool to still have that original Atari 800XL that I got for Christmas in 1985. It would be still really great to have, the disc drive for it, the 1050 disc drive, which I don't have. I could probably find one on eBay, but I've just never really got around to buying one, and I think they are quite expensive as well. You know, I'd love to have those original discs that I used to have back in the day. I used to have those big 80s floppy disks, and I'd have like loads of games copied onto them. It would be great, you know, to have those original discs again, just for the nostalgia, really. But yeah, that's basically my story. I thought even though I've commented on your video, I thought I'd do a video response, because it's hard trying to get out everything that I want to say in comments, because you're limited to the amount of words that you can use. So I had to kind of make several comments on your video, and I think they all kind of got mixed up. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening.